Hey, what's up guys? So in this video, I wanted to issue a warning about selling products in a very specific print-on-demand niche, and it's going to look really familiar to most of the people watching this video. And while I am not 100% sure if it's okay, if it's not okay, what we're going to do is look at some discussions that have been taking place in some print-on-demand Facebook groups. Then we're going to do our own investigating and see what we can figure out, because this is one of those niches that a lot of people watching this video probably sell in. So why don't we get started? Quick reminder, take advantage of the print on demand giveaway. It's free to enter, and 2 winners are going to be randomly selected and announced on Sunday. They're both going to receive a license to Merch Titan's upload automation, Merch Ninja print on demand research tools, all Sunset's premium pre-made graphics to help you with your designs, and my favorite Redbubble niche research tool, Bubble Scout. You can find a link at the top of the description. So some of you guys may have guessed that I'm talking about the Let's Go Brandon niche. Now, just to show you how crazy the sales are in this niche, we're 11 or 12 days away from Halloween, and typically at this time of year, it's just dominated by pure Halloween shirts. Instead, what do we see in the top 5? Well, 3 of the top 5 are Let's Go Brandon, including the number 1 and number 2 bestsellers. So that shows you the significance of this niche and how just crazy the sales are going. Okay, so if all of a sudden Amazon may turn on a dime and start rejecting new submissions or removing old ones, we need to be careful. And I'll show you why that even showed up on my radar shortly. But first, let's look at this too. So somebody posted to a Facebook group, they've made just under $10,000 profit on their Let's Go Brandon shirt, which is absolutely absurd. Matthew says he thinks the Let's Go Brandon niche is a little oversaturated. He's got a picture from Flying Research showing that basically almost every new submission that's been tracked is in that Let's Go Brandon niche. That being said, they all pretty much have BSRs. So this is showing that like new submitted products to that niche are selling. So it's also a good indicator if we can sell this product, but that's what we're going to look into in this video. So this really put it on my radar. Abdul in my Facebook group for print on demand said he thinks Let's Go Brandon designs are being taken down fast. If any of you have any live, delete them. I never took the risk of uploading them to merch, but I did upload them on other POD websites. And if they are taking them down, you know what Amazon will do. Now, really quickly, let's just touch on that, because it's, you know what's weird is that like prior to, I feel like 2019, if we can go back in time 2 years ago, even though it may feel like a lifetime ago, the internet really didn't feel so centralized, and you typically didn't see big corporations moving in tandem, like literally on the same day they'll enact the same thing, you know, independent of any laws from the government being imposed on them. It's weird. We live in a weird time, right? But yeah, you know, it's like I don't want to disagree with what he's saying, but I also don't want to agree. Abdul's kind of implying that if other websites may take down a certain niche, that we can anticipate a website like Amazon to follow suit. Typically, I would expect Amazon to maybe be the leader and then have the other smaller websites follow suit. But either way, it's worth considering. But here's the only thing. He didn't necessarily provide proof that designs were being taken down, and it's hard to verify. So we're going to take a quick look. But also, just so you guys know, I mean, the thread has 14 comments on it, and there were people who were like laughing and saying, sure, we'll delete our designs, you know, kind of joking like maybe he wants everybody to delete their designs to make room for his so he can soak up more of the market share. Now, the first thing I did is I went over to Merch Ninja, because they have a section for removed designs, and they're the only tool I know that does this, and that attempts to do it. And I don't think it's really possible for them to track every single removed design. That being said, they do track some, including this one right here behind me in the first row that says Let's Go Brandon. So that made me think like, all right, maybe there is something to this. Okay. And this Let's Go Brandon shirt specifically says, well, the title says Let's Go Brandon Conservative Anti-Liberal US Flag Shirt. As far as like what bullets may have gotten this taken down, I mean, you can see behind me, everybody wishes that we had a definitive where they would just tell us, hey, it was this keyword or this set of keywords that got it taken down, but we know that they don't do that currently. So this could have been taken down also as a result of somebody just reporting the design for copyright infringement. Okay, so that's worth considering as well. I see in the bullets it says like fake news. I don't know if that's a phrase that saying that in your bullets may or may not matter. You know, you can go look and try to verify that. I'm just trying to see if anything stands out to me. The fact that I just said it into my microphone, you know, YouTube has audio processing software where they're going to hear that I said that, and then this video will probably take an extra hour to publish because they have just like very strict. Let's not go there. We all love YouTube, right? Give it up for YouTube. Clap it up. So further down the thread, Abdul says, all I'm saying is they're being taken down on other POD websites. One design was just text-based with one keyword. Let's go, Brandon. Okay, so assuming that's true, is there anything else to it? Richard responded. He said, my design was just rejected by Amazon. I think it's trademark. And this was on the same thread, implying that he had a Let's Go Brandon rejected. So, you know, we need to take note of this. However, what we don't know is, did he include like FJB in his Let's Go Brandon design? Because we know the FJB stuff was getting pulled. I did a video on that a couple weeks back, just trying to give people a heads up to keep their accounts safe. Of course, I have a separate video too called Is This Niche Safe that everybody should watch. If you haven't seen it, I will put a link to it in the description because that's like seriously the most important video if you're selling on Merch by Amazon that you can watch. Tim chimed in. He said, people with sales are probably reporting the copycats, and I'm sure there are tons of copies there as they are in any niche. Of course, yeah. So it could just be people getting manually reported of copycat designs. So that's also worth considering. As far as, you know, the trademark side of things, so Sohail asked, is Let's Go Brandon safe? And he posted a screenshot of somebody attempting to trademark Let's Go Brandon on clothing, namely sweatshirts, t-shirts, tank tops, garments, etc. Okay, so they're trying to get the trademark that would make this a big problem and that would get pretty much all of them pulled immediately should this trademark be assigned a registration number. Okay, speaking of registration number, if we click out of the record that he had shared in his Facebook post and we go back one level to the search results, what you notice is the Let's Go Brandon has 3 different trademarks being attempted to be filed. The live dead indicator on all 3 is live, but the registration number is absent. And typically we can expect that to take like 9 to 12 months. Now, however, like I'm not a lawyer, so don't quote me. I have gotten multiple trademarks that I own, and I did a nice interview with I forget his name, but out of the Trademark Watchdogs Facebook group, and that's on my channel as well. If anybody wants to see me sit down and talk about print-on-demand trademarks for 40 minutes with somebody who's an expert, go ahead and check that out. But without the registration number, it's not something that we need to worry about today. It's just something that we need to worry about in the distant future. Well, when I say distant, it's all relative to when they attempted to file it, but we should be safe right now. So another thing I do, go to the search merch tool, type in your keywords. So I did a keyword search, and then I did a filter by, and I hit newest arrivals, implying I want to see the results filtered by basically showing the newest designs first. When I did this, I saw the whole first page full of t-shirts that were published just today in the Let's Go Brandon niche. So while none of this is definitive, the only way to definitively do it is to actually see the code, which would mean being an engineer or working on the Merch by Amazon team, which I don't do. So if you do, let me know. That would be great to know. But otherwise, it's like, okay, we're seeing designs being published today, which means you're probably not going to get rejected unless you include something that we know will get you rejected, like FJB or curse words while you check the youth checkbox, things like that. You know what I mean? There's a whole list. Those are just a couple examples. But this implies to me that it may be safe, but it's certainly something worth monitoring because, as Abdul said, if there are Let's Go Brandon shirts getting removed on other websites, who knows? You know, Amazon could follow suit. Now, before we wrap the video, I wanted to share other potential problem niches because I saw people posting about this stuff recently, okay? David mentioned that designs with vans in them that have been live for over a year are starting to get removed. And somebody else, Renee, oh, this doesn't actually, I should have ordered these differently. It was Cynthia in the comments there. So Renee had warned about OBX Outer Banks shirts getting pulled. And then Cynthia commented and said some Outer Banks shirts deleted, but also it was because of a van graphic. Okay, so maybe they think it's related to like Volkswagen and those type of vans. I know that there were some bestsellers related to that design or that niche in the last month. I can't remember exactly what the niche was, but Farrison warned about selling fringe Squid Game shirts. He had one that was making like 10 sales a day, marketing it as a puzzle game number 067 costume, which, I mean, he actually messaged me directly and I said, man, that would have been an interesting case study if you had just left it up, because just because somebody who's buying the shirt is buying it because they like a TV show doesn't mean that you can't sell a shirt that's called the puzzle game number 067. You know what I mean? I don't know if I would have put the word game in the title. You could just call it the number 067 shirt. Like, what's wrong with that? Right? Like, it just says 067. Or can nobody ever put that string of numbers on a t-shirt ever again? Because this one time in the year 2021, it was used in a TV show that coincidentally also had what, 468? Was that the number? Other people wearing numbers on their shirts, right? You see, it gets a little bit absurd at some point. But anyways, he went ahead and he deleted his shirt, so we didn't get to actually see what the outcome would be. One last one. Omar said, this guy's going to come to the group tomorrow and say, my account was closed. I don't know why. And it's a cat sitting on a very subliminal Nike checkmark. And it just says, just do it. Later, ... That's actually pretty funny. But yeah, you don't want to be infringing on the Nike logo in your designs. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. Before I wrap up, just wanted to remind you that down there in the description with the free giveaway, I've got a 7-day free Merch by Amazon mini course. I've got an Amazon merch Facebook community, which will help you stay on top of things like this because I don't do too many videos where I just kind of go through Facebook and look for trends. And then if I see one that I think is significant enough, put out YouTube videos about it. And last but not least, guys, I've got a full Merch by Amazon course walking you through how I took my account from tier 10 to tier 200,000. You can find out more in the description. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.